Today I took 4 trades, basically break-even day. And I made so many psychological mistakes. It's pretty bad, honestly. So today's TPO relationship was inside, so I thought it could be a breakout type of day. But the CPR was bullish and cams were also bullish. So there was kind of a bullish bias to it, but trend-wise, I thought we switched to bearish, but the pivot relationships were bullish, and also there was an inside relationship on the TPO here, so it could be a bullish breakout type of day. And it was opening up a value area here, so I thought maybe we could come back and test value area high, go into the supply, break the supply, and trend even further. But this supply, we did reject off of it on Thursday, so I thought that could also be a place where we could reject, especially if it breaks highs and the RSIs makes a divergence. But yeah, so those were my two main plans: long value area high, or short the supply and H3 over here. Which both of those plans actually worked out. So the value area high long worked out into supply, then a rejection off of H3 and supply. Huge sell off. Except that I just couldn't execute on any of them really. Yeah, so first trade was this trade. It rallied up as market opened. So it rallies up, and then it comes down, and I'm looking, because it rallied up into supply, and it's coming down, I'm looking for shorts here, but instead of short confirmations, what I get here is some long confirmations here. So delta divergence on the 20 range, delta divergence on the 2 minute, POC at the lows here, also delta divergence on the 1 minute, and also big CVD hidden divergence. So I thought those were good confirmations to long. And the thesis behind this was that it was a value area high rally, that now it's coming back in to value area high, and I wanted to take a continuation long. Honestly, not the best thesis, but I saw great confirmations here, so I thought this pullback to long off of value area high, I thought was a decent continuation play here. So buying and bounces come in, and this works out pretty well, breaks the high of day, and hits my 3R target. And I enter with 2 contracts, and I leave one for 7601 here. High volume, no ledge. Honestly, maybe I should have taken both off at 3R here, because this was H3 inside supply, but I thought maybe it could go to this high volume, no ledge. So left it up there, didn't get there, completely rejected, stopped out at break even. Yeah, I don't know. What I do is I take one off at 3R and leave the other for the next technical level. But this 3R was at my technical level, so maybe I should have just taken off all at 3R. Seems like I've been having problems with that, honestly. I try to get runners and runners that run for way more than 3R, and it doesn't work out. And obviously my stats say that 3R, it doesn't run much further than 3R usually in my trades. So maybe I should respect that. Just even if I have 2 contracts, just 3R and near 3R, because this was like 5R, I think. And yes, sometimes I get bangers like that, but usually I don't, so I don't know. But because I only got about 13 points out of this, and the other contract didn't run and got stopped out at break even, I wanted a little more. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't satisfied with with that win there. So I should have just honestly stopped for the day, but I didn't, especially because as it came down, it formed in the same area. I supported again, forming a delta divergence on the 2-minute, delta divergence on the 20 range, with a nice hammer candle there. And then also formed a CVD hidden divergence because it broke lows, but price didn't, and it even retested, and I made a huge CVD hidden divergence. So I really liked that, but here I was like, look, I really shouldn't, like risk my profits. It already worked out. That's my trade for the day. I really shouldn't risk my profits to try to get more. I'm just trying to be greedy, so I should just be done, right? So I didn't enter this one. I said I shouldn't, which is probably the right decision. But then it rallies, and I'm just kicking myself here because I'm like, I had all the confirmations. It was great confirmations. Why didn't I take it again? And now I'm all of a sudden okay with risking my profits. I would have already been up 15 points here. Honestly, I would have been out if I entered here. Pretty much about the same place. About, what is this? About 80s, 82 or so. So I would have entered at 82, and I would have gone out somewhere here at 94 maybe. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, I was very much not happy about how it rallied. So now I'm trying to take a continuation off of this because remember, I wanted it to rally all the way up to 76.02 or so, the high volume node ledge, and it never got there. So now it's going to stop me out and it's going to go. And that was my thought. And it already went. So now I'm trying to look for a continuation to do a breakout. And kind of comes back. And now I enter here, 20 range, delta divergence. Honestly, these were probably the weakest confirmations I had for the day. Delta divergence on the 1 minute, CVD hidden divergence. I mean, I liked it. It's just didn't work out. What I honestly should have done is I should have longed it here, if I wanted to. But there, I was like, I don't want to risk profits. I should just stay. I should be grateful that I got that 3R and I should be done for the day. But now that it rallies, now all of a sudden I'm okay. Like I'm gonna get in and risk my profits and not be grateful. I don't know. So then I get stopped out here. Comes down, rallies up again. I'm like, do I really want to risk more of the profits? Right, I already lost another one. So then I finally kind of get, I guess, FOMO in, because this wasn't even a great trade, honestly. So that was my second trade here, where I was trying to take a continuation, got stopped out, and then after it forms a high volume hammer on the 3 minute, also high volume, no, it's an engulfing on the 1 minute, high volume hammer on the 3 minute, and I really like that. And I kind of FOMO in. It's 9-point risk, right? And I honestly got in thinking that I would have my stop under the 91s, but at that point I didn't know if, after I entered, I'm like, I don't know, what if it works out after it comes back again? So I was kind of, I don't know, hoping that it would just go straight up, but it starts making a delta divergence here. I'm still in profit a little bit, like 2 points here, and I'm now in all kinds of emotional distress because it's making a delta divergence on the 2 minute. It's making a delta divergence on the 20 range. It's a delta divergence on the 1 minute here, making CVD hidden divergences. It's just not looking good at all for the bullish side. It's just looking very bearish. So I say, look, I'm not going to risk 9 points on and risk my profits on this, especially when it's giving me bearish confirmations here, right at supply, right at H3. So I said, I'm just going to get out here because, yeah, it's not worth it. So it starts making a second delta divergence, and I just get out here. So pretty much got out at break even, which is good, I guess, but I should have never entered that in the first place. Honestly, I should have never entered this one either. And if anything, I should have entered here. But I never should have entered any of those because that one worked out. And I usually stop after one winner, but I just wasn't satisfied, I guess. I guess I was greedy because I didn't stop at that. And I think I took the second trade because this one worked out and I just couldn't stand and watch this working out and running all the way to here. And I had to get in to catch a piece of that. But then I'm seeing these short confirmations here, right? And it's right inside supply and at H3, which is my plan. So I'm like, I look 2 delta divergences in a row on the 2-minute, delta divergence on the 20 range chart, plus positive 448, but negative candle. I'm just really liking these confirmations short. And I say it looks good short. And I'm really contemplating going short if I want to rest more of my profits, but this was in my plan. So and it actually looked good. So I entered one contract here. There was even CVD hidden divergence here. There's also this where it's breaking highs here, but lower RSI. So it was an RSI divergence there. So I liked the confirmations a lot, and yeah, and I entered one contract short, and it never really materialized here. Came back up and stopped me out. So now I'm like, I see all this absorption here. I mean, there's a lot of buyers here. And they're trying to, the sellers are trying to hold there, but they fail. So now I'm back at break even basically. At $12 of profit, I get stopped out there. And I'm obviously in some emotional distress, gave back all my profits. And now I'm seeing another delta divergence forming positive 870. But I mean, look at that 1 minute candle there. Huge delta divergence. And then also on the 1 minute, I'm seeing a big 1 minute shooting star, high volume shooting star, 3 minute high volume shooting star, big delta divergence on the 1 minute, and a huge CVD hidden divergence because it's breaking these highs here, but price isn't. Positive 1,000 delta, but negative candle on the 20 range, and also on the 2 minute there was a delta divergence. So great looking confirmations. I really want to enter this, but I'm like, now I'm basically at break even. Do I really want to go from green to red on the day by taking something that, I don't know. I mean, that was it. I mean, great confirmations in my plan. Looks good, but I basically didn't want to go from green to red. Yeah, that would have been, I don't know. That just wouldn't have been good emotionally. So I was afraid of basically losing money, and I didn't enter. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't get myself to enter because I just couldn't fathom going from a green trade to red on the day, because I was being greedy. So now this one I don't enter because I don't want to lose money. And even here, I was really contemplating entering short here with the stop above here after I broke this kind of bulge here at the 93s. But I just couldn't get myself to do it. And then I watch it sell off here all the way down. And yeah, huge sell off now. And yeah, so this would have been my original entry probably. at around 92.5. 7 point stop. Would have gotten 21 points out of that. Even if I entered later here, I would have gotten about 15 points out of that. So this was an actual good setup. I just couldn't take it because I didn't want to lose profits, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, what I should have done is not taken this and not taken that. Well, this was kind of a break even, so, but yeah, should have never taken that. Should have never taken that. That I think was okay to take, and I should have taken this one instead. So these should have been my trades today, but no. And that would have lost me what, $6, 6 points, and then 13 points. So about 7 points there, and then I have gotten 20. So been like 28 points or so. But instead, I got like 2 points. So, all because I was greedy, honestly. I could have ended with 13 points if I just walked away after this win, but yeah, these two crappy trades got me in the position where I don't want to lose anymore. Hence why I couldn't take this one, which actually worked out. So a lot of psychological problems. One, greed, which led to these. Well, greed, and then FOMO, because this one worked out, and then more FOMO, and then, I don't know, more greed, I guess, and then fear of losing the money now. So all the wrong emotions in the wrong places. Yeah. Not good. I've been having a lot of execution problems, like my plans are working out, but it's just I'm not capitalizing on them. That's very unfortunate. I need to somehow do better on those. But my plan worked out, I guess.